Midnight Silence, a small house in Barron County, Wisconsin, October 15th, 2018. On a cold autumn night, the forest beyond the road is quiet. Only the distant barking of dogs breaks the stillness. Inside that house lived a simple American family: James, Denise, and their 13-year-old daughter, Jayme Closs. She had gone to bed early, as she always did on a school night. Her phone lay on the table beside her. She drifted off, thinking about her friends, her classes, the ordinary day that awaited her. But that night would change her life forever. 12:53 a.m. A car pulls into the driveway. Headlights flash briefly, then go dark. A young man steps out, wearing black, holding a shotgun. His name is Jake Patterson, 21 years old. To most people, he was invisible, quiet, polite, forgettable. He had once joined the Marines, quit after a short time, and worked odd jobs. But deep in his mind, something twisted had taken root, an obsession. He believed a girl he had never met was meant to be his. It began one ordinary day when he drove past this very house on his mail route. He saw Jayme for a brief moment standing by the window. Just a glance. But that glance burned into his memory. From that moment, he began to plan. He studied the family's schedule, the lights in the house, the surroundings. He removed the license plates from his car, shaved his head, and prepared to strike. Inside, the Closs family slept peacefully, until their dog began to bark. James went to check the front door. Behind it stood a masked man. Before James could react, the shotgun roared. He fell instantly. Denise grabbed her daughter's hand and ran to the bathroom. They locked the door. Jayme trembled, clutching her mother. "It's going to be okay, sweetheart. Stay quiet." Then came the pounding. The wooden doors splintered under the force of the gun. Jake burst inside. Denise tried to shield her daughter. There was silence. Then one final shot. Denise fell. Jake dragged the terrified girl through the hallway and out into the freezing night. The moon hid behind clouds. Jayme wanted to scream, but terror silenced her. He shoved her into his car, ordering her to lie down on the floor. As the tires screeched against the pavement, the house that had once been her home disappeared behind them. In Jake's mind, one thought repeated over and over: "She's mine now." The next morning, Wisconsin police received a 911 call at 12:56 a.m. It came from Denise Closs's phone. No words, only sounds of struggle, a shout, and a gunshot. Officers arrived within minutes, but it was too late. 2 bodies, no child. An Amber Alert went out across the entire nation. 13-year-old girl missing after parents found dead in their home. Helicopters searched the woods. Volunteers combed the lakes and fields. Neighbors left porch lights on, hoping she might find her way back. But there was nothing. No trace. And yet, Jayme was alive. She awoke in darkness, inside someone's basement. Concrete walls, cold floor, a metal ring around her waist. Jake stood over her. His voice was low, threatening. "Stay quiet. Don't move. If you try to run, you die." Jayme didn't answer. Tears slid silently down her cheeks. But inside, one word pulsed like fire: escape. Days turned into weeks. Jake went to work, pretending nothing had happened. Before leaving, he forced Jayme to crawl under his bed. He stacked boxes, weights, and laundry baskets around it so she couldn't get out. If anyone came to the door, he warned, "Don't make a sound." Sometimes he fed her. Sometimes he didn't. She lost track of time. No windows, no light, only silence. 13 years old. Alone. Hidden from the world. She thought of her mother's last words. "It's going to be okay." Then, day 88. January 10th. Jake left for town, telling her not to move. But something inside Jayme had changed. Fear had turned into resolve. She waited, listened. Then she pushed. The door was unlocked. Barefoot, she ran, across the snowy yard, down the empty road. Her thin clothes clung to her in the freezing air. Up ahead, a woman was walking her dog. Jayme ran to her, crying out, "Help me! My name is Jayme Closs!" The woman froze in shock. Then she wrapped her arms around the girl and called 911. When Jake Patterson returned home, the sirens were already approaching. After 88 days in captivity, Jayme Closs was free.
A quiet, snow-covered town. January 10th, 2019. Around 4 a.m. Police radios crackled to life. "We found her. It's Jayme Closs." Voices trembled. After 88 days, the missing girl was alive. Sirens wailed across Barron County as officers raced toward the call. On the side of a lonely rural road stood a thin, trembling girl. Her clothes were too light for the winter air, her shoes worn out, her eyes hollow with fear. Beside her, a woman walking her dog, Jean Nutter. "Who are you, sweetheart?" "My name is Jayme Closs. He took me. He killed my parents." The woman froze. That name, she had heard it on every news report, every Amber Alert. Without a second thought, she led Jayme to a nearby house, locked the door, and dialed 911. "We have Jayme Closs. She's alive." For the first time in nearly 3 months, Jayme breathed free air. 88 days of darkness, silence, and fear, finally behind her. Every night she had whispered the same thought. "No one will find me. I'll never get out." But today, everything changed. Today, she had done the impossible. Today, she was free. Inside the Barron County Sheriff's Department, chaos turned into disbelief. The missing girl they had searched for was sitting right there, alive. Doctors examined her carefully. She was malnourished but alert. How could a 13-year-old survive such horror? Jayme spoke softly but clearly. She told investigators she had waited for the right moment. "If I don't go now, I'll never go," she had thought. Less than an hour later, on a nearby road, officers stopped a car. The driver, a young man with a shaved head, pale and blank-faced. Jake Thomas Patterson. As the officer approached, he spoke calmly. "I know why you're stopping me. I did it." He didn't resist. He didn't deny. He just surrendered. Inside the interrogation room, he told everything. His words were cold, emotionless. He described the moment he first saw Jayme and how that single glimpse became an obsession. "I saw her," he said, "and I knew she was the one." He planned for weeks, watched the house, memorized the family's routine, removed his license plates, shaved his head, and waited for the night he would act. When police searched his home, they didn't find photos or videos, but they found something far worse. The basement. Chains, barriers, and a space built to hide a human being. It wasn't a home. It was a prison. During questioning, Patterson showed no sign of remorse. He didn't understand what he had done, or didn't want to. He spoke of love, but investigators saw only control and power. "I just wanted her to want to be with me," he said. But Jayme showed him something stronger than fear: defiance. She proved she was not his possession. She took her life back. In May 2019, the trial began. Jake Patterson pleaded guilty to all charges. There was no jury, no long arguments. Just the truth. Jayme chose not to speak in court. She sat quietly, listening. When the judge pronounced the sentence, life, in prison, without parole, the room fell silent. Patterson looked down. Jayme closed her eyes. It was finally over. Months passed. Jayme began rebuilding her life, living with relatives, returning to school, smiling again. Doctors called her a survivor beyond measure. The nation called her a hero. What happened in that basement was beyond horror, but what followed was hope. Her courage lit a spark in millions of hearts. Jayme Closs was not just a victim. She was proof that even in the darkest place, light can still find a way in. Today, her story is told in books, documentaries, and films. But no movie can capture the reality of those 88 days. Because for her, it wasn't a story. It was life. A life stolen. A life reclaimed. Jayme Closs once disappeared into the darkness, but she returned, stronger than ever. And she showed the world one simple truth: even the longest night ends, and the light always returns. End of part 2. This is the story of Jayme Closs, 88 days of fear, 1 moment of courage, and a lifetime of strength.